Yes. We haven't even talked about the kind of the religious narrative of this all, and the Holy Land being a place that people need to go to get called back up to heaven and all that.
Yeah, and it's what's wild too is so many people want this to happen so that it can bring Jesus. Honestly, if there's anything this has done, it's resurrected Christ. And I say this like with my full chest, because what I've noticed a lot of people gaining the discernment for lately is like, that is not Christian. That is not something Christ would say. That is. And so I'm like, oh, people have this new understanding of what it is to be someone who appreciates Christ. And not everyone, not the most, probably the people who could benefit from it the most, but I have really been like, wow, this is crazy, because what they meant to, what they were saying was that life on earth will get so intolerable, and the Antichrist will have come back, as you were talking about it in those terms, where the people who think that are, masquerading under the flag of Christianity, much like that's under the flag of, Judaism, hiding themselves from that so they can like become the sheep, that has... I don't even know where I'm saying, but like that's my point, is that we have had the rise of the Antichrist, and now like that has made us really understand, those with eyes to see, what Christ actually stood for and meant, and whether or not you like to say you believe in someone's like actual existence is insane. Like the dude existed. Whether you believe in his message, also crazy, because like if you say that you don't believe in like helping people and like that people can change and like your heart should lead you on certain matters, there's just a lot of stuff where it's like you don't have to be a Christian to have those values. And I think that's what you've said the whole time. But I do think those values originated sort of from this archetype of Christ.
Well, and was one of Kirk's arguments, coincidentally. Or like Stephen Miller.
Please don't shoot me. Yeah.
I mean, I'm bringing up the kind of teachings of Christ now publicly more just to point out the hypocrisy. I know we talked about the kind of the failings of going down the road of calling out hypocrisy, but I can't help it. That's going to be my thing.
They don't get off on being hypocrites. They don't understand. That's I've been quoted as saying that like they are the most unself-aware group of people that ever existed, and it's because they're so focused on the almighty dollar.
Right. I think it's important to mention that, like, some of us who are pointing out the teachings of Christ in order to point out the blatant hypocrisy of conservative Christians, it's not because we think that we suddenly have become like converts to Christianity and we think the teachings of Christ are the right way.